Greetings fellow gorehounds and welcome back to another Blood Splattered unboxing. So I was recently contacted by someone who works for publicity for a very special box set that's coming out this month, and I said, hey, yeah, sure, send me that box set and I'll totally feature it on my show. And so, lo and behold, they sent me the box set, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, even though you could totally read it on the title of this video. I'm going to open it first and let it be a pseudo-surprise. Anyway, my fellow gorehounds, let us open this thing up, and you can finally see what's inside, even though you kind of already know. So, let's do this. I gotta open one side first, and then open the other side. And then we're going to open the center. Woo! Beautiful, beautiful. And then one side, two side, three side, four. Oh my God, the suspense is going to kill me. I'm a fucking dork. Anyway, let's get rid of this packing tape and... Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh my God. Check this out. Chucky. The complete 7-movie collection. All 7 movies. And what I didn't realize before they sent this to me, it also includes Cult of Chucky. So, Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, and Cult of Chucky. So I now own all 7 Chucky films, including the one coming out this very month. Oh my God. Chucky has always held a very special place in my heart as a horror movie fan. I'm a huge fan of the Child's Play series. Child's Play 1 freaked me the fuck out when I was a little kid. Like that movie, when you're a kid and Christmas rolls around and you see those like creepy like dolls that you can get and you watch Child's Play, you're like, oh shit, I better not get that doll. It's gonna stab me in my sleep and my mom's gonna have to consult some sort of voodoo guy and things are just gonna be terrible. So you don't get the dolls because you watch Child's Play. And God, I'm just fucking rambling now. Child's Play 2 was one of my favorite Child's Play movies. It's probably my favorite one completely because I love that it is basically the slasher movie of them all. The first movie is basically like, it's the perfect classic. It is everything you could want out of a Child's Play movie packaged into one movie, and that's the first one. The second one is essentially Chucky in an 80s slasher movie. Just pure 80s slasher, nothing really on top of that, no extra layers, just pure slashing goodness with Chucky turned to 11. Now the third movie is when the franchise takes kind of a negative turn. The third movie was really rushed in production, and I believe even the writer who wrote pretty much all the Chucky movies even said that one is the weakest movie of the whole bunch. But it does have the cool novel concept of Chucky chasing someone within a military academy, which is something you don't see in horror movies very often. Now the fourth movie is when the franchise gets really interesting. That's Bride of Chucky. That's when the franchise becomes kind of a meta horror comedy franchise. Chucky hooks up with an old fling from before he was a doll, and together they both become dolls, and then they both try to like transfer themselves into a human body. So they find this teenage couple that's basically on the run to get hitched, and from that point on, it's basically a road movie of Chucky following these two teenagers and going on a killing spree the whole time. That movie is very fun, though that movie out of all of them is the most dated because it feels the most 90s. And that's saying a lot because Child's Play 1 feels very 80s. And then we move on to Seed of Chucky, and this is when the franchise goes pure comedy. The movie is basically like a sitcom, but with slasher killing, which sounds utterly ridiculous, but it totally works in my opinion. And also, that's the movie that introduces Chucky's son, who is actually Chucky's son and daughter because he has a split personality, Glenn and Glenda. And Glenn is a coward, but Glenda is a psychopathic murderer. Yeah, Seed of Chucky was crazy. And on top of that, it has John Waters, and that makes it even better. And then there was Curse of Chucky, which was more of a return to form, basically kind of like the first film. It was way more suspense, way more slow burn, and to a certain extent, some of that worked, but I didn't like it as much as the other movies because I prefer my Chucky a cackling maniac. And throughout most of Cursed, he's basically whispering all his lines, and I kind of like it better when he is just going over the top. And also, that's the movie that added a whole lot of backstory to Chucky that I didn't care for as much because I just kind of felt like that version of Charles Lee Ray didn't feel like the Charles Lee Ray from the first movie. I know a lot of people weren't bothered by that, but it bothered me a bit. Anyway, I have no idea if there's some sort of special thing once I open this up, so let's actually open up the package itself and see what the inside of this collection looks like. Very carefully. I don't want to damage the box. Don't want to damage it one bit. Alright. Oh man, I love this holographic cover. It's very creepy, very nice. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but in person, it's definitely something. It looks like Chucky is constantly following you every time you move, which is pretty cool. Alrighty then. Oh, okay. It looks like it's just a case with each movie on one of these little flaps. That's not too bad. My only worry is that I guarantee one of these like flaps are probably going to break over time, and then it's just going to be dangling around in there. And then on top of that, as we just witnessed, it is entirely possible that the CDs are actually going to fall out of this case and end up on the ground. So basically, I'm going to have to handle this with care because I've dealt with packs like this before, and the one thing that always gets skimped out on is the quality of the plastic. Doesn't look like there's a flip cover. It looks like on the inside is basically all the special features for all the movies. That's pretty cool. I mean, why would you really want to flip from this cover? This cover is pretty much perfect and says it all. And yeah, this Blu-ray is packed with like a shit ton of commentaries, gag reels, documentaries on the makings of the individual movies. So my fellow gorehounds, if you would like to get yourself a copy of this 7-movie Chucky collection, then I will provide an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. And if you click that link and buy the set through that link, then I will get a kickback from it. So not only will you be buying 7 awesome fucking movies, you will also be helping me out, and that's awesome. And with all that said, my fellow gorehounds, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And as always, my fellow gorehounds, peace out, and I'll catch y'all later.